better products for American housewives. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Thompson. And I am sure that everybody listening in tonight will join with me in wishing you good luck and happy landing. Now Marcelli and the Johnson Merrymen tip their top hats to Lynn Martin as they give us Cheek to Cheek.
And my heart beats so that I can hardly speak. And I think to find the happiness I seek when we're out together dancing cheek to cheek.
Back to Wistful Vista now, and we find Molly darning socks, while Fibber has apparently given up the doorbell fixing in favor of the afternoon paper.
Fibber. Fibber. Maggie!
Yes, my love. Did you speak to me?
I did that. Could I be interrupting your reading long enough to ask you, did you scrub the back porch like I told you?
The back porch? Why, you see, Molly, it kind of looked like rain, so, well, shucks, after all, a fella...
McGee, did you or did you not scrub the back porch?
I'm glad you asked me that, Molly. You see, the back porch...
You?
No. Shucks, a fella...
And is it more important to you, McGee, to sit there and read the paper than to have a clean house to live in? Is it, McGee?
You betcha.
What?
I mean, of course not. Say, who do you think will win the Bear Lewis fight tomorrow night, Molly?
How should I know? Which one of them is Irish?
Why, neither one.
Well, then what difference does it make? Now, about that back porch, McGee.
I know. I just want to finish the paper first, Molly. Hey, you know what's going to happen over there in Ethiopia? Listen, Molly, it's just like a card game. This here Selassie feller's got a spade flush, but the Italians has got the advantage.
And why have they?
On account of the deuces wild. You get it, Molly? I says the Italians...
Ah, it ain't funny, McGee.
Okay, but listen. I got this here Ethiopian thing all figured out.
Oh, you have?
Yep. You see, Molly, on account of the British holding control of the Suez Canal and the location of Gibraltar what it is, there ain't any doubt that Spain, being just across the water, will get mad at France because Russia's trying to edge into China. That means, Molly, that Sweden and Norway, which is usually neutral, will have a tough time persuading Greece to let Poland and Austria keep the freedom of the sea. Which, if the Portuguese blockade goes on, Australia and Canada gets up onto their hind legs, and there you are. Shucks, I don't know how Czechoslovakia is going to keep out of it myself.
Maybe we can ask the peace conference to send an ambassador over here to scrub our back porch, McGee.
Oh, shucks, Molly, I'll take care of that.
Go see who's at the door, McGee.
Who, me?
Yes, you. But put your shoes on.
Oh, Dad, I'm coming as fast as I can. Should untied these laces before I took them off. There. Which door, Molly?
The front door. Hurry, McGee.
Okay. Well, how do you do, ma'am? What can I do for you?
How do you do? Are you Mr. McGee?
You betcha.
Is Mrs. McGee at home?
Yep. Come right in, ma'am.
Thank you. I didn't know whether there was anyone here or not. I rang and rang and rang the doorbell.
The doorbell? You say you rung the doorbell?
Yes.
Shucks, we must have didn't heard it.
Then I heard voices, and I knew there must be someone here.
Sure, we're both here. Well, come right in here, ma'am, and meet Molly. Hey, Molly.
Oh, what is it? If it's another one of them nuisance.
Hey,
Oh, how do you do?
this here's Molly, Mrs. McGee, ma'am. Molly, this here is, now don't tell me, let me guess.
You'll never guess. I'm Miss Witherspoon from the public library.
Oh, well, now isn't that nice? McGee,
Huh?
give the lady a chair, McGee.
Sure, take any one, ma'am. No, not that one.
Oh?
No, take one of the others. That one's got a leg busted that I gotta fix when I get time to... Hey, wait, don't sit on that one either. The spring's busted onto that one. You're liable to get stabbed in the...
McGee!
Upholstery.
You see, ma'am, Miss Witherspoon, we've just moved in a week or so ago, and we're not quite settled yet. Sure, it's nice of you to come and call so soon.
Oh, not at all. I suppose you're both great readers.
Who was? Oh, shucks, yes. I'll never forget what a time I had reading this here Les Miserables.
Les Miserables?
Yes, that too. They're both good.
Aye, Mike, we'll both be glad when we're settled down and can drop in your library for some good books. Won't we, McGee?
Huh? Oh, you betcha, ma'am.
I see you haven't unpacked your books yet. I don't blame you a bit. Shows you're real book lovers when you keep your big books up to unpack last so they won't get scuffed and scratched.
Oh, my goodness. We wouldn't have anything happen to our books for the world, would we, McGee?
Oh, I don't know, Molly. Shucks, another one of them is worth the powder.
Did you say the doorbell was out of order, McGee?
Huh? Oh, yes. Yes, Miss Silverspoon here had to knock on
Miss
it.
Witherspoon.
Yeah. Shucks, ma'am, I can hardly wait for winter. So's I'll have time to drop into the library and get caught up onto my reading. I hope you got something there besides them sappy love stories, where a feller takes 6 years of his life and 3 hours of your time to get up enough courage to kiss the gal on page 314.
McGee. Miss Witherspoon, I can never get enough time for good books. Longfellow and Robinson Crusoe and Shakespeare and all.
Did you care for the taming of the shrew?
Oh, dear, no. Sure, I leave all the wild animal stories for McGee.
And how about CBS?
CBS?
Not so loud, ma'am. This is NBC.
Oh, no. CBS. Shaw, you know.
Oh, Shaw. You betcha. She's one of my favorites. I'll never forget the time I was visiting my Uncle Mortimer. A great bookworm, Uncle Mort was.
Worm, anyway.
What say, Molly?
I remember, McGee. He was in the book business.
Yep, a bookmaker.
How interesting. A bookmaker.
You bet. You bet, and he covered it. Well, sir, I'll never forget the time Uncle Mort showed me through his library into his country house. You know where the Blink River is in Massachusetts, ma'am?
The Blink River?
Yes.
No, don't believe you do.
Speak freely. Uncle Mort has him a country home built right on the banks of it. Homestead on the Blink, he called it. You should have seen his library, Withy.
It's Witherspoon to you, McGee.
Oh, yes. Well, sir, Uncle Mort must have had 2 million volumes.
My, that was a library, wasn't it?
Shucks, that was just a week's reading for Uncle Mort. Well, sir, of these 2 million books, ma'am, 1 million was bound into genuine cowhide, which he kept on to the north side of the library. Them was history and philosophy and physicology and all heavy stuff. On the t'other side of the library, he kept detective stories and fiction and love stories. Them was smaller books bound in calf.
cheese.
No, in casts. Well, sir, one night whilst I was sleeping, I was woke up by a terrible commotion downstairs. Well, sir, I grabs me a gun, leaps into my slippers and bathrobe, and rushes down into the library where all that there noise was coming from, and you'll never guess the sight that met my gaze.
What was that?
Well, sir, I can't hardly believe it myself, Miss Witherspoon. But there before my eyes, bumping across the floor, was all them little cast-bound books, wagging their little fly leaves. And what you suppose they was doing? Crawling over to join them big cowhide books. It was motherhood calling. And wasn't no time at all before they was the calfskin book snuggled up to each cowhide book. A calf and a cow and a calf and a cow. Just like that. Cutest sight you ever hoped to see. Now, if you'll excuse me, ma'am, I gotta go out and scrub the back porch.
Well, that must have been a circulating library of Fibber's uncle. And seeing that he had difficulties with both his cows and his calves, we'll ask Martelli and his Johnson Merriman to sympathize with Double Trouble.
I got trouble, trouble, what a business fool. When one is such a headache, I have to be in love with two. If I choose one, then I lose one. Such a business fool. Really shouldn't suffer, a heart is big enough for two. I can talk with them, I can talk with them, I can walk with them, I can walk with them, even swim with them, even swim with them, but I can't go on a honeymoon with them. That's my trouble, double trouble, I don't know what to do. Oh, crazy as a cuckoo, trying to be true to do.
Will you do me a favor? I wish you'd just look down at your floors. Do they have a beautiful polish, or are they beginning to get dull and shabby? You can make them look like new again in a few minutes' time if you use Johnson's Glow Coat. This wonderful new liquid polish works like magic on linoleum or wood floors. Right before your eyes, it changes unattractive floors to bright, shining floors and saves you all the work of rubbing and buffing. Glow Coat dries in 20 minutes and shines as it dries without help from you. Once your floors and linoleum are protected with Glow Coat, they stay clean for weeks at a time. Dirt and dust can't stick to the beautiful gleaming polish. By the way, your dealer is making a special offer right now. A can of Glow Coat and a long-handled applier at a saving of 1/3 the regular price. Be sure you see on the attractive yellow can the name Johnson's Glow Coat. We want you to be back with us next Monday evening when we'll again meet these happy householders, Fibber and Molly McGee. Remember, next week it's 1 hour later than usual for those not living in a daylight saving zone. This is Harlow Wilcox saying hasta la vista at Wistful Vista. Good night.